Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to today's explainer, where we're basically going to unpack some intense, tough love truths pulled directly from our source material about completely rewiring your life in just one single year. Look, we aren't going to sit here and talk about fleeting motivation or those temporary highs today. We're looking at a fundamental root level transformation. If you're just absolutely tired of staying in the exact same place year after year, well, this explainer is designed to break down exactly how you can rewrite your story. Section 1. The scene 1 year later, visualizing your future reality. To really kick things off, our source material asks us to engage in this deeply powerful thought experiment. I want you to fast forward and look at your life exactly 1 year from today. Look at this stark contrast. On the left, we've got the regretful future. Imagine looking back a year from now and seeing the exact same version of yourself. The same tired habits, those same old "I'll do it tomorrow" excuses, and dreams that have basically gathered thick dust. You're still scrolling on your phone, but now you carry this agonizing realization that you had the time. You had the opportunity to change, but you let laziness and fear win. The source notes that this kind of regret literally burns you from the inside out. But look on the right at the triumphant future. Imagine walking into a room 1 year from now and just commanding this silent respect. People are whispering. They're wondering how you transformed so completely. They notice the unshakable confidence in your voice, the clarity in your eyes. This triumphant reality isn't magic, guys. It's the result of a decision made right here, right now. Now, to get to that triumphant future, you've got to realize this incredibly simple truth. Life is not a Netflix series. It's just not going to autoplay the next chapter of your success while you're sitting back on the couch. You know, so many people dream of reaching the top, but they remain prisoners in their comfort zones. It's like they want the sweet fruit of success, but they run away from watering the roots with their own sweat. You have to physically press the play button. You have to write your own script and choose to be the hero of your own life. Section 2. Escape the prison of excuses. Taking absolute control. Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown is that it forces us to confront a harsh truth. Our excuses often form this massive garbage heap of lies we tell ourselves. And as long as you're shifting the blame onto external factors, saying, "Oh, I didn't have the right parents," or "my school wasn't good enough," "the economy is bad," "the bills are too high," you are choosing to sit right on top of this garbage heap. Shifting the blame might protect your ego right now, but it absolutely destroys your future. The reality is, you are your own biggest obstacle. It's your mindset, your excuses, your laziness. But here's the brilliant, hidden optimism in that harsh truth. If you are the obstacle, then guess what? You also hold the solution. The source material delivers this tough love beautifully. It dictates that until you symbolically grab yourself by the collar, look in the mirror, and take 100% responsibility for your life, regardless of your circumstances, you're never going to find those hidden paths to success that everyone else misses. So how do we actually take that responsibility? Massive success doesn't come from a single miracle day. It comes from these boring, agonizing, yet incredibly powerful daily micro-decisions. Step 1. When your alarm goes off and your bed feels like a magnet, refusing to hit that snooze button is your first major victory of the day. Step 2. When your brain is practically screaming for a dopamine hit and wants to watch endless reels, putting the phone away and getting to work is your second victory. Step 3. Aim to improve yourself by just 1% every single day. If you do these seemingly boring things consistently, you build an unshakable foundation that literally makes you unstoppable. Section 3. Motivation is a big deception. The self-help trap. To maintain those daily micro-decisions, we've got to address the biggest lie sold by modern self-help gurus, the concept of motivation. As our source clearly defines it, motivation is a total deception. It's a temporary drug. It's exactly like the air in a deflating balloon. While the air is in there, you fly high, but the second it escapes, you crash hard onto the ground. If your life relies on motivation, you're operating on random mode. You have zero actual control. True power, that lies in discipline. Discipline is taking action when your body physically aches, when your brain is throwing 100 different excuses at you to just do it tomorrow, but your conscience says, "No, do it now." And this brilliantly illustrates the exact breaking point in every single journey. Look at that massive 90% block. That is where the vast majority of people just throw in the towel. The moment discipline requires genuine, real discomfort, they fold. They join the crowd. But that 10%, they are the ones who endure the physical and mental pain of acting without motivation. That endurance is precisely where legends are forged. Now, to be in that top 10%, you absolutely must break the invisible chains holding you back. Fear of failure, deep-seated self-doubt, endless overthinking. These are invisible chains tightly wrapped around your ankles. They're silently stealing hours of your time and keeping you completely paralyzed, unable to move even 1 inch forward. And the worst chain of all? It's your ego refusing to admit your own flaws. The source emphasizes that you simply cannot cure a sickness until you first admit that you actually have it. Recognizing your mistakes is the birthplace of your true strength. Section 4. Change your environment and focus. Removing the invisible poison. Okay, now that we've tackled the internal chains, let's look at the external ones. Because there is an invisible poison silently killing your progress. That poison is your immediate environment. You are the exact average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're stuck in a toxic circle where people constantly cry about bad luck, drag each other down, and basically only care about eating, sleeping, and gossiping, well, it is absolutely guaranteed that you will be the 6th failure. But if you place yourself in a growth circle around people who discuss innovative ideas, focus strictly on growth, and actually learn from their missteps, you will naturally rise to their level. Choose your circle with extreme caution because your future is being silently shaped by the conversations happening around you right now. Aside from your social circle, your focus is under constant attack. Take a look at this number, 2 hours. That is the horrifying reality of what you lose when a harmless notification pops up, leading to one reel, then another, and another. Tech companies are spending billions to make you a consumer of their content rather than a creator of your own life. Those 2 hours lost to screens, they aren't just wasted time. The source material warns that they are actively destroying your brain's neurons and flushing your creative potential straight down the drain. Because of this constant bombardment, true success isn't just about working more hours. No, it's about aggressively cutting out the noise, saying no to irrelevant parties, meaningless messages, and endless videos. That is your secret weapon. When you drastically reduce the noise in your life, you're left with the silence necessary to clearly see your destination. Let's be real, running fast is completely useless if you're running blindly in the wrong direction toward your own destruction. Section 5. Don't wait for perfection. The illusion of the perfect moment. Once your direction is clear, you're inevitably going to face a dangerous illusion that stops so many people dead in their tracks, waiting for the perfect moment. So, the crucial point is this. There is no perfect moment. Life begins exactly outside of your comfort zone. Growth is inherently painful. It's uncomfortable. The phone calls you're terrified to make, the difficult decisions you keep avoiding, that is exactly where your success lies. The more you try to protect yourself from risk, the more remarkably average you will become. Courage isn't some mystical, warm, internal feeling you just sit around waiting for. Courage is a daily action. You act first, and the confidence follows. And as you step out of that comfort zone, you can't do it alone. You need mentors, but specifically, mentors who act as mirrors. You do not need yes men who just flatter you and feed your ego, trapping you in a fake world of your own making. You need people who will challenge your assumptions and boldly call you out the second you start straying from your path. Bitter truths from a real mentor will save you years of failure. Let's move to and see how this builds into a lifelong timeline. Today, you take one small, courageous step, even if you are absolutely terrified. Over the coming months, you consistently take action in the dark, working while everyone else is asleep, not waiting for applause. Over the years, these boring, lonely battles create a massive compound effect that will absolutely shock you. And lifelong? You never stop learning. The very moment you think you know it all, your decline begins. In life, you're either moving up or moving down. There's no such thing as static comfort. Which brings us to our final, most important takeaway from today's explainer. The question isn't what you are capable of achieving. You already know you're capable of greatness. The real question is, when will you start? Time is slipping through your fingers like sand. Every passing second is a page in the book of your life that can never, ever be rewritten. You have a choice to make, right here, right now. Are you going to keep making excuses, or will you take that first step and completely rewrite your story? The decision is yours. Start today.